Well, guys, it's a day later after the horrible events in Minnesota in which 45 did a political hit job by sending ICE agents for entertainment purposes only, who are basically pardoned January 6th insurrectionists that are unreformed orc trolls from the underworld that 45 pardoned to use for this exact purpose because he knows they are unreformed, they have no empathy. He's brainwashed them with the propaganda. They'll do anything for him. So these are the people he's sending to the city. He sent them there as retaliation against Tim Walz for standing up to 45. And why did Tim Walz stand up to 45? Well, first of all, he's a political opponent because he ran against him, right? But they used the R word, right? 45 used the R word against Tim Walz, Gus Waltz. And so, of course, nobody likes that word. Of course, you're going to say, don't use that word against my son. Well, then 45 and his orc trolls, MAGA, send out death threats to Gus Waltz. So Tim Walz steps down so his family is safe. He's still governor, but he stepped down out of the race. Well, that's not enough. So 45 continues his political assassination and hit job, mobster-style hit job, and threatens to send ICE goons, orc trolls, to Minnesota to cause trouble, to put everyone in order. Order must be order. It's like Hitler. And he threatens them, and then he does it. And so you can't go outside, right? Because if you go outside and you do anything, you could be killed by orc trolls who are January 6th insurrectionists that were pardoned by 45. And so that's what's happening now. And in fact, they do unalive Renee Good, who's just in her car. Now, listen, if you're turned away and you're fleeing a scene and you're trying to drive away, it's murder. This guy had to reach inside her car and stretch because she was turned away and was fleeing the scene. She wasn't running into him from any angle you look at it. She was driving away. She was fleeing peacefully. He had to reach inside her car so he could shoot her in the face 3 times and kill her. By the dog killer, Kristi Noem, with her new plastic surgery, saying, oh, his foot got ran over. Poor baby. Now he'll have a Kotex bandage on his foot, and all the MAGA will put Kotex bandages on their foot too. It was in cold blood. It was Truman Capote in cold blood. She was turned away. She was fleeing. He had to reach inside her car. Anyone with eyes could see this. Kristi Noem should get her eyes checked. I mean, this is where we're at now. In cold blood in America, you can't go outside. Land of the free, home of the brave, you can't go outside anymore. Sad days in America. So the thing is, like, 45, let's go to the whole Venezuela thing. He's putting all the money, he stole their oil, and now he's putting all the money into offshore accounts. Wow, that sounds legit. That sounds ethical. But really, it's about the theft because, he fleeced us of all our money here in America. So now he's going to fleece them of all their money, and then on to the next country, on to Greenland, on to wherever he could fleece somebody of their money. Gobble, 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 get everything. And but really it's about all the people, because now narcissists love narcissistic supply. So now each country is a new country with people that he can terrorize, like he's doing here in America. You too can be terrorized by 45 and his pardoned Jan 6 insurrectionists with masks. But this all also, let's go back to Minnesota again, this all stems to Roy Cohn and Epstein. Roy Cohn taught 45 everything he knows about manipulating the media, using political hit jobs. Look it up. Roy Cohn taught 45 everything, and Epstein taught 45 everything. Everything you're seeing is from Roy Cohn and Jeffrey Epstein. That's really what's running America and invading Venezuela right now. Roy Cohn is our president. Jeffrey Epstein is our president. It's the truth. It's not 45. He's just put on a suit. It's all Roy Cohn. He taught him everything he knows, everything. And Jeffrey Epstein was the one who came up with the idea of feeding people to alligators. So that's from Jeffrey Epstein. Alligator Alcatraz is from Jeff. So all of this is Roy Cohn and Jeffrey Epstein. That's what you're seeing. 45 is just a stooge for those two men who taught him everything. It's not original. He didn't think of any of this, but he loved it because he's a narcissist. He's enjoying the pain, the suffering, the fear. So what do? Well, you got to stand in grace. All things must pass, good and bad. We've had our good that passed, and we have our bad right now. It too shall pass. But, what a great start to 2026, right? What a great start of the year. We will get through this. We will. And again, the day is coming. All these countries are going to corner 45, and he won't be able to run away. Georgie Porgy, he won't be able to run away. The day is coming. He'll probably tear down the whole White House first before it happens. He'll probably get us bombed before it happens, but he is going to get cornered in his bunker. I guarantee it. I see it. He's going to get cornered. For entertainment purposes only. Have hope. We're getting through this. It's awful, but we're getting through this. Thanks for watching. Bye.